Comrade Yinka Odumakin, a legacy of courage and conviction. 4 years have passed since the heartbreaking loss of Comrade Yinka Odumakin on April 2nd, 2021. The pain of his departure still resonates deeply, but fond memories of his life and legacy continue to inspire us. This documentary takes you on a journey through the 3-day rites of passage, from tributes and service of songs at Police College, Ikeja, Lagos, to the lying-in state at Origbo Anglican Grammar School, Moro, and finally, his commitment to Mother Earth.
We are gathered here today not to celebrate Yinka's riches. He was not a man of materialism, but we're here to celebrate his rich ideas.
When Yinka believes in something, he goes all out for it. He had this incredible energy, and Yinka was a compulsive networker.
There are not many Nigerians of the type, the shape, the figure, the strength, the competence, and the commitment of Comrade Yinka Odumakin.
I want to assure everyone that his ideas and legacies will continue to live forever.
What heights of love, what depths of peace, when fears are stilled, when striving cease, my
Yinka's quality
my all
as a politician, as a progressive, is rare among the generations hanging around here.
We also reflect on the first, second, and third anniversaries of his passing, marked with public lectures, book presentations, and lectures on nation building. The Yinka Odumakin Foundation, in collaboration with the Obafemi Awolowo University Students Union, honored his memory with a public lecture and a debate competition, awarding prizes to outstanding departments.
It is hard to believe that 1 year has passed since the transition of our brother and friend, Yinka Odumakin. One of the most painful experiences of life is when people who gave you your best memories become memories themselves.
The vacuum Yinka Odumakin left is not easy to fill by any activist in Nigeria. One, this is a man, in 24 hours, he always think about the progress of this country. And this is a man that when Yinka Odumakin chooses you as a friend, he will never betray you.
What he represents. memory of the just is blessed forever. It is the name of the wicked that we want. And when people with love become a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. How we continue to treasure his life, his dedicated service, his loyalty, his friendship forever.
You have to continue the fight where Odumakin left it. As for me, be gone. What am I waiting for? It's on you. The country lies on.
To have lost him a year ago was a monumental tragedy. Happily, we are gathered here today to honor his memory. This is not usual in Nigeria. Many people die, and you say, Kotuku. But we are gathered to celebrate a man of honor, a man of integrity, a man of consistency, and a man who stood for the future.
If Yinka was around, that's what I always think of. Because at times I feel he's around. I feel that, very, very well that Yinka is around. Then at times I just wake up, to reality. I promise, like I always say, to keep the ideas of Yinka, which will remain evergreen, his legacies. His foundation will do a lot in improving the lots of people in this country.
I'm here today as one of the most beneficial person of his mentorship, and I recommend and present this book. I've read through it. I know it is vivid account of what I know and what I was part of.
The title is Comrade, and at the heart of the book is the story of a relationship initiated and consummated in the thick of struggle and resistance against military repression. The book also presents Jo the opportunity to document for posterity her gratitude to those who stood by her and her family in the difficult hours and days after the passage of Yinka.
Year anniversary of the Yinka-Odumakin Foundation have called on politicians to stop promoting ethnicity and violence in the name of politics. Human rights lawyer Femi Falana and elder statesman Pa Ayo Adebanjo were among personalities at the second anniversary of the Yinka-Odumakin lecture and book presentation held in Lagos. Our correspondent Darido reports.
None of our leaders
It's the second year anniversary of Comrade Yinka-Odumakin Foundation, the human rights activist who, until his death, was the National Publicity Secretary of Afenifere, a pan-Yoruba socio-cultural group. The man who wore many caps is being remembered for his courage, devotion to justice, and accountability. The event lines up some of those who fought alongside Mr. Odumakin.
kindly join me in welcoming Comrade Femi Falana.
Human rights lawyer and senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, says politicians incite ethnic and religious violence in Nigeria. He says this is against all Yinka-Odumakin stood for.
Even when we're all gone, Yinka will be honored and celebrated for what he stood for in his lifetime. Bourgeois politicians, in their desperation to retain power, they whip up ethnicity, religion, and other primordial sentiments.
Pa Ayo Adebanjo in his remarks says Mr. Odumakin fought without compromise. He adds that Nigeria needs a reputable government.
I urge you all, those who love Nigeria, for sanctity, for greatness, for truthfulness, for incorruptibility, for a government that we could be proud of all over the world, not in words, but in action, and work for it against all odds, against all temptation. That is Yinka.
The president of Olu Yinka-Odumakin Foundation, Jo Okei-Odumakin, says her husband was committed to Nigeria until his death.
Comrade Yinka was heavily committed to the soil of his birth, and he never wanted a Nigeria with hectic ethnic demarcation. And through all these networks, one who attests to such.
Former Lagos State governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party in 2019, Jimmy Agbaje, the founder of GTB, Fola Adeola, Senator Tokunbo Afikoyomi, and other personalities attended the event in honor of the late Nigerian human rights activist.
Comrade Yinka-Odumakin's impact transcended the walls of our university. He was a towering figure in the socio-political landscape of our nation, tirelessly advocating for social justice and a better Nigeria.
Yinka-Odumakin was a star. This was a Nigerian who stood his ground and fought for democracy despite the bullets of Abacha flying around. It was a solid voice, the voice of reason. Odumakin, a marvel whose mission is ever evolving.
Throughout his life, never gave up. He could have been anything he wanted to be, like some of us. He could have been minister, he could have been, I'm aware that some were even chasing him around with offers of appointments, But he wasn't interested in that. He was much more interested. His concern was with the progress of the people, the progress of the country, not individual, whatever you can become as an individual.
Yinka-Odumakin, in all the years that I knew him, devoted his lifetime in fighting for the rights of the oppressed. We lost him too early. It is too sad that we lost him. Yinka-Odumakin and I worked very closely together, along with the late Chief Gani Fawehimi, in building the National Conscience Party. We stood out. We formed the National Conscience Party in defiance of the decree of the military that prohibited formation of political parties.
So Yinka and 7 of his colleagues were expelled for leading an anti-government protest in 1988.
Yinka was a man of deep conviction with strength of character, so selfless.
The Vice Chancellor of Okei-Odumakin University with the great theme.
So we want to welcome, we want to thank you.
I want to thank you for the award that was given to Yinka-Odumakin posthumously. It's great coming back to his alma mater. This great university produced Yinka throughout his lifetime, who was so selfless, committed, principled. It was a great life wire of the human rights and pro-democracy movement.
The documentary concludes with Comrade Yinka's thought-provoking interview on restructuring, a testament to his unwavering commitment to a better Nigeria.
If you cannot work with the National Assembly, then you're going nowhere.
No. If we are not saying I'm not ready to work with National Assembly. If the National Assembly, if they are ready to do the needful, we are ready to work with them. If they realize that there's an historic responsibility, that Nigeria is not at peace, the country is going down, and they want to stand for their historic responsibility to ensure that we rework the constitution, we work with them. In fact, it saves everybody all the problems.
We should be able to conduct credible elections because Nigeria today is on the edge, and a wrong decision or move
may cause a lot of disqualification in the system. So INEC owes a duty to ensure that it does more. And like Sister's wife, to be above board in the way it handles the coming elections, so that this country is not put in harm's way.
There's no economy in Nigeria today. There's no economy. You know, as far back as 1992, Babangida told this nation that our economy had defied analysis. Today, we don't have an economy anymore. There's a growth in economy, GDP is growing, this one is growing, no development, everything stands still. Poverty is over 70%. Yet, Nigeria has made more money in the last 14 years than they have made between 1960 and 1999. Yet, between 1999 and now, poverty has increased from 45% to 70%. Yet, the economy is growing, GDP is growing. Which economy are they talking about?
Well, I think it's a public intellectual duty to set the record straight, to let those who have been in charge of affairs and those who are still in charge of affairs to know that a time has come for us as a people, as victims of their misrule, not to forget. We're a funny place.
Let's get very clear. There is no attempt here to pitch Muslims against Christians. Never.
But if you say Islamization.
Wait. We have lived together. In fact, when we were young, during Muslim festivals, we eat sari with them as young people. When Christmas comes, we exchange food and the rest of them. That has only, and up to now, it's not all Muslims that are in this. There are those who call the Islamists. Those who are using religion for political purpose. Those are the one causing the problem. It's not that and men don't believe in God. But they are using religion as a tool, as a weapon to mobilize for things that are not healthy for this country.
Any man that cannot live and that is not ready to die for what you believe in, it's not worth to live for anything. For me, I look at it. I'm deliberate about life, and I think that's the person we share. And I look at it like, what is the objective of coming to this? What's the purpose of coming for this life, into this world? Is it that so maybe after it's something you are dead, they take you to the church, they put in a box, and they say, well, he was born so year, he went to school, he came out, he became the MD of this, he traveled to this, he came that, and he died. Is that all that is to life? So money is not what people remember you for. Any other thing you achieve is not, but it's the name. What is the impact you are able to make on other people's lives? That's what counts.
Join us as we celebrate the life and legacy of Comrade Yinka Odumakin, a true hero of democracy and human rights.
This world is not my home, I'm just a passing through. My treasures are laid up somewhere beyond the blue. The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know I have no friend like you. If heaven's not my home, then Lord, what will I do? The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. I have a loving mother just over in glory land, and I don't expect to stop until I shake her hand. She's waiting now for me in heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know I have no friend like you. If heaven's not my home, then Lord, what will I do? The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world just over in glory land we'll live eternally. The saints on every hand are shouting victory. Their songs of sweetest praise drift back from heaven's shore, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know I have no friend like you. If heaven's not my home, then Lord, what will I do? The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore.